Yesterday, NDTV reported exclusive details of the CBI investigation into the Ishrat Jahan fake encounter that indicated the top leadership in Gujarat was in the know. Now, another indication of a political nexus in Gujarat and more deaths caused in the system. Excuse me. A closer look at the encounter that killed Sadiq Jamal in January 2003 reveals some shocking details that he was in fact given a clean chit by the Intelligence Bureau, but it was the Intelligence Bureau itself that conveyed misinformation about his status to the Gujarat police.
The CBI's investigation into the killing of Sadiq Jamal by the Gujarat police in January 2003 has exposed not just that it was a fake encounter, but the shocking role of the Intelligence Bureau. Just as with the Ishrat case, Gujarat police claims that they had inputs that Sadiq was a terrorist who planned to attack Narendra Modi and other top BJP leaders. But after questioning an unprecedented 6 IB officials, perhaps more, the reality the CBI found is vastly different.
The role of IB can be seen perhaps more vividly in Sadiq Jamal case, where I know that the IB officers of Bombay gave a report about Sadiq Jamal saying that he is totally innocent, yet Rajendra Kumar went and said that he was a terrorist.
The CBI found that 3 source reports were generated by the Intelligence Bureau, by Gururaj Savadatti of its Mumbai station, by headquarters, and by Rajendra Kumar, who's the head of the Ahmedabad station and also being probed in the Ishrat encounter case. All 3 between October to November 2002.
The CBI found that these reports nowhere matched Sadiq's profile. The only charges against him were a station entry in his hometown of Bhavnagar for an altercation in 1996 and an arrest by the Bhavnagar police in November 2002 in a gambling case for which he was released on bail the same day.
But based on these multiple IB reports, Sadiq was detained by the Mumbai police on 19th December 2002 and grilled by them for about a week. IB's deputy CIO Ambadi Gopinathan has given a statement to the CBI saying they couldn't find anything against Sadiq. He says on the basis of interrogation, it was concluded by the State Intelligence Bureau Mumbai that there was no substance in the input that Sadiq had any intention to cause harm to VVIPs as alleged in the initial source report. This clean chit was sent to headquarters in Delhi. Despite this, Gopinathan says that on 3rd January, Sadiq was handed over to the Ahmedabad crime branch. What follows is even more disturbing. Even though the IB has recorded handing over Sadiq to the Mumbai police on the 3rd of January, 3 days later, on the 6th, Rajendra Kumar generates an input saying that Sadiq is still at large and should be apprehended. To which his senior, Sudhir Kumar, who's the special director for the Western region, says yes, those efforts should continue. 6 days after that, on 13th January, Sadiq was killed in a hail of bullets. The CBI could unearth all these details only because senior IB officials spoke against their own colleagues. But will the CBI be able to probe the deeper conspiracy of why the IB was falsifying threats to the life of the Gujarat Chief Minister, which has led to so many cold-blooded killings? With Neha Masi, Srinivasan Jain for NDTV.